Smooth Health on the Drive.
It's a global observation that helps raise people's awareness
Get
of
health
cancer.
information and tips for optimal well-being.
How to prevent it, detect or treat it.
This is Smooth Health on the Drive.
Smooth Health on the Drive in association with Avon HMO.
Welcome to Smooth Health here on the Smooth Drive. Welcome, welcome. Thank you guys for tuning in. You want to get in on the conversation we're about to have this evening, please send us a message on 0809 444 0981. Smooth Health in association with Avon HMO, practical tips for healthy living. Now we have a doctor in the house with us.
Yes.
Hi, Dr. Chibuki.
Hi, how you guys doing?
Good, good. Now, Dr. Chibuki is a medical doctor with 7 years of experience in both clinical and non-clinical medicine. During her medical journey, she's handled the roles of Chief Medical Officer in the Aja Primary Healthcare Center. In the Provider Services and Claims Department, she's currently with Avon HMO as the Quality Improvement Manager. Now, that's a role that sees her measuring and monitoring patient treatment outcomes, especially in the chronic diseases categories such as diabetes and hypertension. Good evening, doctor. How are you?
Great.
Great, great.
It's good to be back.
Yeah, good to have you back.
Yeah.
So what will we be discussing this evening?
Well, I'll tell you.
Okay, go ahead, Nazina.
We'll be discussing on what you need to know about having a healthy liver and also avoiding hepatitis or any other liver condition. I am right, yes?
Very correct.
Thank you very much. So, what's this about this tongue twister we got?
Oh, we can't do that. Our phone lines are
No,
down.
but let's try you and I.
Okay.
Live longer loving your liver. Live longer loving your... No, hang on, I got this.
Live longer loving your lively liver. 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 Give me my ice cream. Thank you very much.
I had
Thank
it.
you very much. No, you didn't.
Until you butted in.
You stumbled, and you fumbled the ball, so I picked it up. Oh, great. So wait, what do I win?
Send me your account details.
Oh, what?
I will send you 1 million billion.
Yeah, now you know she's kidding.
I know. I got really excited initially, but it's okay. We'll talk after about that.
It's all
that ice
good.
cream.
It's
all right.
all good. All right,
So-
Lagos, if you have questions about today's show, remember now 0809 444 0901. Once again, that's 0809 444 0981. So, Dr. Chibuki, sounds like a Japanese cultural thingamajig, Chibuki. What is important about the liver? What should we know about the average human liver?
Oh, so the liver is, let me see, something fun about the liver. The liver is on your right side, somewhere under your rib. So if you try to touch it, you might not feel it, right? It's one of the very important organs in our bodies that help us do a couple of things. In fact, there are thousands and thousands of functions of the liver. However, there are three major things that the liver does for us. It helps us, there's something in the liver called the gallbladder that produces bile, that helps us break down fats, emulsifies fat so that, it can be absorbed in our system. It also detoxifies our blood, right? Helps us process drugs.
Okay.
And at the same time, it produces proteins that help our blood clot.
Okay.
So those are just a few things that, make our
know
liver
about
tick.
the liver.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk the big question here. What is the connection between alcohol and liver?
Alcohol is like the number one enemy of the liver.
Is it?
So if you want your liver to leave you, you've got to drown it in alcohol. So the thing about alcohol is when you excessively consume alcohol, you damage your liver, amongst other things. But the liver is the number one thing that gets injured by excessive consumption of alcohol. How excessive can it be, really? I mean, if you take, you damage your liver by taking as much as 14 units of alcohol.
Oh, that is just kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Per day?
No, per week.
Per week.
So if I'm to put that into context,
Well.
your small...
How many green bottles?
Okay, so now I get confused now because there's the very big green bottle and there's a small one.
And
so
then there's
if I
lager
say,
and then there's triple filter.
aha, so
And then there's dark liquor, and then there's rum.
you guys drink, man.
Because beer and heavy and hot drinks are and vodka and that is
rum
very
and then
different.
beer and then this.
Okay, so
One
first
is
and
heavier.
foremost, like we always say, at least we give advice that when you want to take the best kind of alcohol to take is red wine, right? Because of its
Really?
protective
No, it's so
properties.
Hate it.
No, you do?
Yeah,
With
it's
a sweet
so
red
harsh.
wine.
No, don't.
You'll pass altogether.
Don't want it. White wine
It
on
can,
the
it can
other
be
hand.
nice.
It's the devil's juice. It gets you drunk way too quick.
Before you know it, right?
But that's
So-
not what we're talking about.
Yeah.
All right, so if you're, when we talk about beers, we're talking about 8 bottles.
A week?
Yes.
A week is too much. 8 bottles is too much.
It's too much, so you should take less. So you really want. Hey, this advice is going to get Lagos crazy. Now,
Sorry, did I laugh too loud?
A bit
So
too
this is
loud,
the-
louder than mine, for obvious reasons.
what do you like to drink?
We can't mention brand names, but trust
No,
me, she has
no,
a
I
very
mean,
special brew.
It's in a green bottle.
Okay. So now this is the thing here. You can't binge drink. So if you didn't have alcohol throughout the week and then Friday night, which is tomorrow,
Take all of them.
you now take all of them. I mean, that's
bad for your
yeah,
liver.
that's bad for your liver.
Okay,
So
okay.
it's one. So even if it's even spread, you really don't want to get to that upper limit of say 8 bottles per week.
Okay.
So you want to keep it responsible.
So it's better if you spread it out rather than just like getting hammered in a go.
Yes, between
Okay.
the two, yes.
Like eating
And
with
even,
you, like eating and having a glass, that kind
So
of.
it doesn't change the amount of
amount,
alcohol that's
still.
getting into your system. There's something we even do.
I was trying to find
So-
a way around it.
Yeah. So when so there's something we do here. So if it's a bitter drink or it's something too sweet, we always want to dilute it, but it doesn't change the content, right?
Still taking
It's
it out.
still taking that amount of alcohol, that amount of sugar. So yeah. So if we're talking champagne glasses, right? Because I like champagne. We're talking- one glass of champagne is about 1.5. So
Bottle?
Pardon, no,
1.5.
one glass is 1.5 units.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's a lot
So-
of concentrated alcohol. in it.
But that's nothing.
A bottle of wine is 10.
Okay.
So,
So
if
a
you
bottle-
don't want to go out on Friday night and you just want to sit home,
You're
watch a
already doing
movie, you're doing too much. You finish a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
Red
Champagne
wine.
glass is 1.5 units.
Yep. So
And one champagne glass is nothing.
Wait, okay, so how do you know that your liver is acting up? Like, what are the signs of liver issues, liver irritation? Not even failure
on the-
completely, just...
so on the surface, right, we can have the first and most commonest signs we see is jaundice. And that's
Yellowing
because
of the eyes.
so that's to tell you that some maybe the liver is being hyperactive, or there's some blockage somewhere causing concentration not being able to get reabsorbed. So that excess bile in your system causes the coloration, and then you have
And that's yellowing of the eyes. Not like,
Yeah.
what about when you get like those splotches?
So those are other things. That I'm talking about. The commonest one
Okay.
is when you have yellowing of the eye. But then you can
Okay.
have things like easy blotching and bruising. You can have
Oh.
red palms. You can have ascites when your stomach is really big.
Aha,
Right.
we were going to get to that.
Yeah. So sometimes I'm not talking about fat now. It's fluid. When it's edema around the tummy, it's big and you
And,
don't know.
and you feel it.
How do you
Do
know?
you know it's different from
Yeah,
fat? Like
exactly.
you just know
So
you're
the
being
doctor knows. So when he percusses, when he
taps on it.
taps on it, he can hear it.
Is it something that hurts as it's growing?
No,
Okay.
it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt.
So hang on a second. Do we have an epidemic? Because there's lots of men out there.
Pot-bellied men. In fact,
you know.
I don't. To see a man with a flat stomach, is very rare.
How dare you, Hawa?
Mazina's stomach.
Excuse me.
Mazina has 3 months pregnancy that he's been walking around the studio with.
Lagos can't see
Sometimes he
this. Don't
reduces
make
to
it
1.5. He's still pregnant. Sha.
Mazina is doing good. He's doing
Hey,
good.
Lagos,
He's
I am
doing good.
Shekse.
Ah, okay.
Where were we? Do we have an
So-
epidemic on our hands?
So yes, we do. And things are actually getting worse, and for various
Is it
reasons.
really alcohol though? Isn't
There's alcohol, there's food, there's lifestyle. Really and truly, I can't talking about lifestyle changes cannot be overemphasized, right? We're not working as much. We're eating more processed foods. So it's a whole.
We're drinking more to
We're
wait out
drinking-
traffic.
Do you understand?
Yep.
And our sorrows are a lot, and we're drowning it in alcohol instead of
Yes.
solving the problems.
Wow.
So yes, we do have an epidemic in our hands.
We got
And
this.
then I was sorry, I was going to say something. So before, I think 1982, people got transfused with blood. They were not properly screened. So people from then who had blood transfusion as early as then could have some of those viral hepatic viruses,
Wow.
hepatitis C, hepatitis B, from those blood transfusions. And yeah, so we have the liver. Now we're having a lot of kidney issues. Liver issues are just right the corner.
Wow. We got in this message on our WhatsApp platform from, you didn't leave your name, but his name is Ife Olua. He says, please, I'm a little bit chubby and I love taking spirits for me to burn some fat. Please, is it good for me to keep taking it?
No, it's not.
Do spirits burn fat? Doesn't
I think there's some misconception, not that I'm aware
it
of.
increase fat?
Well,
Drinking
it
makes
does
you
not,
bigger.
It doesn't increase. Spirits will not increase fat, but what it can do, it can increase your metabolism. But there are other things you can do to increase your metabolism.
Because don't you drink
Like
and then
taking
eat?
a walk. And the thing about it is when you binge on alcohol, when you take shot, you drop your glucose. Yes, you drop your glucose really hard, and to make you want to eat more. Really.
To try and gain it up again.
Yeah. So Dr. Hawa is very right.
Oh,
Thank you, doctor.
after 4 minutes, he's now a doctor, huh?
Yes, the doctor doctored me.
Yeah.
All right, got another question, Houses?
So we were talking about the pot belly being a clear sign of liver cirrhosis. It is not correlated, but there might be
A relationship.
a relationship, so you might want to check it out. Which is worse? Is there a difference, too, between hepatitis and liver cirrhosis, and what is the difference?
Devil and the deep blue sea.
Hey.
So
Maybe you should start by explaining what cirrhosis exactly that word means.
okay, cirrhosis is the hardening of the liver.
Hardening.
Now the thing about
Okay.
I don't know if I mentioned it earlier. So the liver heals itself.
Okay.
It regenerates itself.
Okay.
But when there's cirrhosis, it's hardened. You know, it's fibrosed. So the liver is injured and it's trying to heal, but it heals with scarring. So it can't. Yeah. So it won't regenerate. So it slowly dies.
Oh, wow.
So cirrhosis is irreversible. And then you have hepatitis on the other hand, which is an infection. The non-infectious hepatitis and infective hepatitis. But like for hepatitis that is infective, there's really no cure per se. And no, it's really tough to say which is worse.
And one is like contracted through
So the
mucus.
So you have hepatitis A, B, C, D, E, and then you have A that is A and E that are fecal oral. So you get it from food, right? So when you get food from the roadside or from areas that are not as hygienic, that don't meet our standards, you can get hepatitis.
So that's
from
all suya joints. Go on.
I didn't say so.
Mazino.
Don't play with my suya.
Me either. Plus, they burn all the
Yeah, that's
bad
what you
stuff.
think.
If anything, it's the carcinogens you have to worry
You
about.
ain't never heard of
And
phages.
then-
Those things can live through an atomic
And
bomb.
then you have B and C that always go hand in hand. You can get from
Sexually transmitted.
yes, sexual transmitted, and even blood as well. So yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're getting all the good information right here. We have the doctor, the lovely Dr. Chibuki Aiwe in the studio with us. Smooth Health in association with Avon HMO, bringing you practical tips for healthy living. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
Smooth Health on the Drive.
So Lagos, if you didn't know, now you know.
Stay tuned.
Smooth Health on the Drive in association with Avon HMO.
My sweetheart!
All right. You guys should let your aunt rest first before bombarding her with plenty talk. Wow, Bola, your kids are always vibrant. What's the secret, my dear? The secret is our family health plan from Avon HMO. Avon HMO? Yes, so since my husband bought the Avon HMO plan for our family, the burden of paying hospital bills and self-medication is completely removed from us. With their quick response and excellent service, we enjoy correct peace of mind. Sister. Well done, Mother of the year. I hear you.
Visit AvonHealthcare.com on your phone to buy your plan in just 3 easy steps. It's that fast and simple. Avon HMO, empowering you to live healthier, fuller lives.
Smooth.
The best of it all, right here on Smooth 98.1.
Yeah.
Feel good music.
Love music. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Smooth health on the drive.
So Lagos, if you didn't know, now you know.
Stay tuned.
Smooth Health on the Drive in association with Avon HMO.
Back with a good Dr. Chibuki in the studio here. We're talking about your liver, how to live healthy, and also prevent any hepatic
Yes.
Disease or ailment.
Just how to take care of your liver, pretty much.
You were saying something during the break that was very, very interesting. We talked about water during the break, and we also talked about the fact that these conditions could lead to cancer.
Yeah.
First of all, about water.
So what water does is it aids the detoxification of your blood and body.
Okay.
Really. So you can't drink too much water. No, let me take that back. So just stay hydrated.
Stay hydrated
Yeah.
all the time. All right, okay. And then about the cancer bit, which was the scary bit.
That's the thing. I always feel like come here and everybody's scared at the end of the show.
well, yes,
Well,
that's
they
their
need
job.
to be aware.
It's
They need to
okay.
be aware,
Yes,
you know?
let's be aware, but let's not be
Truth
scared.
is scary.
Let's not be scared. So yes, liver cirrhosis and hepatitis A, B, C can predispose you and will cause liver cancer if remained untreated.
Now, cancer is benign growth, isn't it? So you're saying that the liver's going to grow
Cancer is malignant growth.
malignant.
Yes.
Okay, malignant.
So you it's not shagudu. It's
never
not.
good.
No, it's never good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uche from Isola sent in this message. She said, "Good evening, Mukunaz and the doctor in the building. What's your take on liver cleaning herbs like parsley?"
So parsley is good. There's some foods that you can eat that would help you cleanse your liver.
Oh, yeah,
help
like what?
Boost nuts, parsley, celery,
Like cashew nuts, pistachios?
Yeah, pistachios, nuts in general are they're nature's vitamins, supplements for us.
Okay.
They contain very healthy, and that's why if you take two fistfuls of those things, you might be taking a bit too much.
Really?
They're packed with so many minerals, so many
Well, that's why
vitamins.
they sell them in small packs, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
I buy like 9 packs and just eat them at a go. That's not a good
what
idea.
I do.
Watching movies, that's what I do as well.
Yeah.
okay.
So at this juncture, I think I've scared Lagos.
Okay.
I'm
Yes,
hoping
Cruz-
that I
Cruz-
can.
Cruz says today's class is really scary.
No, this is not. But I hope he learned something.
Yeah, of course, he learns all the time. Nini sent in this message and said, "Can excessive alcohol cause an enlarged liver? And is 17 centimeters enlarged for a woman's liver?" Nini, how do you know how many centimeters your liver is?
So the liver is about 12 to 14 cm.
Oh, girl?
On the longest part.
Okay,
Because the liver
lengthwise.
it's triangular kind of.
Okay.
So the longest, what are the types of triangle? If my daughter was here, she would have helped.
Rhombus.
No.
Square.
I don't know.
It's not a square, guys.
Squarish type.
Parallelogram.
No, let's just
Three.
So it's short, kind of triangular. So the
Geometry
longest
is
part.
absolutely not your thing.
It's trigonometry.
See, radio is our thing. Let's go.
So how many cm did she say?
17.
So once your liver it's palpable from beyond your rib cage, it is enlarged.
How
should be
How do you
checked.
know?
So it's under my rib cage.
Yeah.
Like if you can feel it or see it?
go to medical school.
Kai.
Doctor, could you help me check here?
Ew,
I'll
no,
check.
Mugino's just trying to tap current. You better not. You better
After the
not.
show, I'll check it for you.
Nini said that they did a scan and they told her the size. I was concerned. The doctor said it was okay, but I didn't believe the doctor.
Why wouldn't you believe the doctor? There are other things to look at besides seeing it is enlarged. If you have fatty deposits around it, it might be a cause for concern. If the edges of the liver are not smooth, it might be a cause for concern.
How do you know all
if,
of these?
Well,
Examination?
so examination will show you most of it. And to see better, you have to do abdominal scans. You don't see well enough, you do a CT scan. Yeah, so they're Yeah.
But would it hurt? Could you touch it?
So it could hurt if your liver is inflamed. There's a difference between enlargement and inflammation. So there's inflammation, there's an inflammative process going on. It's help me with my English. It's
busting, but I don't know.
it's start growing big and it's painful and it's
Swelling.
It's swelling. Good.
Shark just makes everything sound better.
Big E from K2 sent this one. He said, I know why Hawa is laughing hard, because Mazzino can drink 5 bottles and Hawa is like, hold my beer. Bring 50. I once watched a documentary on Andre the Giant. He could drink up to 25 bottles of beer and never be tipsy. And when he peed, it's a bucket full. My question is, does alcohol cause prostate cancer?
So excessive alcohol has no
Positives. As 0.
Zilch. Nil. The direct correlation, I can't say, but definitely there is an increased risk in any form of cancer, mostly hepatic cancer, yes, with excessive alcohol intake. Is he still alive?
Andre
The guy he's talking
No,
about.
Andre is dead.
I doubt if he lived long.
No,
he
I
didn't. He was
think he
about
was in
30
his...
something.
Yeah.
See.
Olivera from Festac says, hello, doctor. Does honey mixed with bitter cola help the liver?
Nope.
Old vibes.
One more time for Olivera in the back.
Nope. However, honey has its own good properties, and bitter cola, well, contains a lot of caffeine. So, and I think some other micronutrients. The combination together doesn't really help your liver. No.
Okay. All right. Cruz wants to know what drinks help the liver other than water.
So coffee.
What?
No.
Chill, guys, coffee. But then again,
Coffee is
too much-
awful.
Too much of anything is bad.
Yeah, it makes me very
So,
anxious.
Yeah,
so
coffee gives me
you
the
just
shit.
take a little coffee every day. It has some liver protective properties. So does green tea.
Oh, so do you mean it's the caffeine in these?
Not the caffeine.
Okay.
The coffee beans itself. Coffee is not just caffeine. If not, you will not have decaffeinated
Coffee, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the coffee in itself contains antioxidants that help you clean out your system, clean out your blood.
You said green tea?
Yes, green tea as well. Green tea helps increase metabolism, and I don't know if I mentioned. I think I mentioned it by the side. Deposits of fats around the liver, which is called fatty liver.
So green tea helps with that?
Yes, green tea helps with that. Yeah, those are the drinks. Yeah, and water. Water is a miracle drink. There are other things too. Oatmeal. Oatmeal has low glycemic index, helps with diabetes. It helps. It's very fiber packed, right? It also contains has properties that help protect the liver as well.
You just reminded me I have to send the wife a message to buy some oat and raisins.
Aha.
Thank you very much.
So
How I'll carry on, I'm coming.
I'll go
All right. So let's talk about whether or not liver conditions are hereditary. Are they passed on from generation to generation?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
No, not necessarily.
Okay.
Okay, so they're not, but was it okay? I thought I had heard from some place that they were, or that you would have certain conditions that would.
Like if your dad has liver issues, you most likely will have liver issues.
So many of these things
Or if you're a
not even that, like diabetes, for instance, which some people
it runs in the family.
Yeah, exactly. From diabetes,
yeah.
you'd
Bad
have.
eyesight, etc.
So if that is the thing, if you're talking about a secondary cause of liver
exactly, a
damage,
secondary cause.
then yes.
Okay.
But a primary direct cause in the genetic line, no.
Okay.
Did I speak English well?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
Very clearly. It made a lot of sense.
Okay.
All right, we have a couple minutes left in the show. Can you give us ways to take care of our liver?
Okay.
Lifestyle tips to
Learn to love your liver.
Yeah. So I think I'll start with diets. We've talked about coffee, we've talked about green tea, we've talked about oatmeal, garlic. Surprisingly, please, nobody should chew garlic.
Disgusting.
Don't chew garlic.
Especially
cook
not in
with
the
it.
Jeez.
cook with it. Boil your chicken, your fish, whatever. With
Which is worse, garlic or BO? I don't know which one
it's tofu, but garlic can cause BO.
You ladies.
Fruits as well, berries, grapes, oyibo pear, the one that looks like an apple.
Okay, the one that's crunchy.
Yeah, the one that's crunchy.
Okay.
Depends on who you're buying from. It might just be very soft.
Okay.
avocado pears,
Okay.
Banana, beetroot, broccoli, carrots, green leafy vegetables like kale, ugu.
Okay.
Yeah, really and truly, the truth is, living healthy isn't very difficult.
It's also not very cheap.
You think it's not true? Let me break it down for you.
Go ahead,
is
doctor.
How much is if you walked into a restaurant to buy food? Let me say you spend 2K, 152K.
About
About right?
152K, yes.
152K. You can't eat 152K food too.
If I put it together myself with the salad.
Yeah. So if you go to, I'm not talking about the salad bars and all that because hell, they have running costs, overhead costs too. That's not what I'm talking about. If you even prepare them yourself, you can't finish 2,000 naira
You see, the problem with Nigeria is this.
Yeah.
There's no light. So even if you bought all of that
so
bulk,
don't buy bulk.
where are you
Let's
gonna
work.
find-
Let's work with what. Let's work with what we have.
One step at a
So
time.
if you
half
do,
a tomato.
no, but I mean, if you
A
have,
lifestyle change is a lifestyle change. You
If you
actually
do-
have to change your life.
and then you plan for it.
Yeah.
I can bet you have inverter at home now. Come on.
Well, yes, but it doesn't run the
Please,
fridge.
we have a message from someone on our WhatsApp platform. Says, if you have someone that is an alcoholic in your family, what are the chances of you becoming an alcoholic too?
What?
That's habit.
Uh-huh.
It's just really not.
Ask
it's
we're
not
asking the doctor, not Mazzino.
I'm a
Let's hear
scientist.
from him now. Let's hear from
Doctor,
him.
please, is there a correlation between alcoholism in the family and...
Not really. However, let me say something here. So there are stages of life. You have the oral phase, you have the anal phase while growing up. So sometimes we correlate that psychology. It's not really medicine. So people who are alcoholic were stuck in some particular phase, most likely the oral phase. And they tend to, people who like suck their thumb,
oral fixation.
good. They now change from one addiction to the other, trying to
Get
trying
that
to
same sensation.
Exactly. So, and another thing is, if you grew up in a house where you have alcohol being abused, most times you
It becomes normal to you. So
becomes
that's
normal.
why-
You pick it up. So it's not
It's not a nature thing, it's a nurture
exactly.
thing. Just like
chopkeys. You know it.
just like if you grow up, like no one is born violent, but if you grow up in a violent household,
and you come to see it every day, it looks normal, then yeah.
it happens. Okay.
Other ways to love your liver. Avoid taking unnecessary medications. You know that white one? That white one that we take two. That white one.
For headaches?
Ew.
Don't. Pain medication.
Don't take it like that.
Okay.
Try to get other
alternatives
like sleep, like water.
What about aspirin?
So that as well, those are drugs. You shouldn't just take them
Because they say it's good for your heart. Aspirin.
in little doses.
thins your
Okay.
blood.
Yes, in little doses. And the one that you're taking, you're not taking the full dose.
Okay.
That will manage pain.
Okay.
The dose you take to manage pain is not what you need to take every day.
Okay.
Yes, you just need about 75 milligram of it, very little of it every day to keep you going well. Don't mix medications without a doctor's prescription. So don't
Fair
see, Mazino took this medication for this, so
work for me.
I'll take this, and I'm trying to, it's very bad. Don't drink excessively. We've said that. Drink responsibly. Tomorrow is Friday. If you're under the sound of my voice.
Too late. Already paid for the.
I already budgeted. You know, we have days for recovery in order to do the
We have
things
to
we need
recover
to
from all
do.
of these.
What we want to do.
25 hours every
Come
week.
on, guys.
Plus, Monday and Tuesday are not a public holiday for us, so we really got to get it in 2 days.
No,
I always say, liver be strong
Let
for me.
me scare you again. You're gonna get cancer. Will you work?
God forbid.
It's not your portion.
Amen. Okay. Thank
All right.
you.
Again, try not to share sharps.
Okay.
If you're getting a tattoo, make sure you're getting it from a properly licensed person.
Okay, needles.
Yes, don't share needles, don't share razor blades, don't share combs, don't share personal effects.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't be careful when using aerosol sprays. Remember that your liver detoxifies your system. So don't douse yourself. Some people, rich man disease. Some people say they have perfume, so they use like 5 bottles on themselves.
That's dangerous.
That's very dangerous because because you have there's a lot of it's foreign, it's chemicals. You're putting so much on, right?
What about creams and lotions?
Exactly.
Then?
When this season, there's this fad of team light
Lightening
skin,
your skin.
you know. It's
It all goes
gonna
to your
cause,
liver?
Yes. Because
Oh yeah, I heard that
your liver and
bleaching
your
causes
kidney as
liver
well.
issues.
Exactly. So you need to be careful about that. Get vaccinated again. Hepatitis A and B. There are vaccines for that. They're in courses. Make sure once you start it, you finish it. Most times, thankfully, our kids are
pre-vaccinated.
Yeah.
All right, Doc. We have run out of time.
Already?
Yes, we have.
Yeah, we have. We're going to go for another half hour. We could do
Oh
another.
my, there's still a lot. But
I know. Yeah.
I hope Lagos learned something.
Yeah,
today.
they definitely did. I mean, from the messages that we've been getting in, definitely people are getting value from this. And you have to come back and share with us whatever else, comes across your table.
I will.
But Lagos, if you have more questions or inquiries regarding this, you can reach out to Avon HMO. They're on Instagram, Twitter, and also, I think, Facebook. You can reach them by email, practicaltips@avonhealthcare.com. Twitter and Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook, they are at Avon HMO. All right, so Dr. Chibuki, thank you very much for coming over.
Thank you for having me once again.
All right.
Smooth Health on the Drive.
It's a global observation that helps raise people's awareness of
Health information and tips for optimal well-being.
how to prevent it, detect, or treat it.
Every Thursday at 5:15 p.m.
So Lagos, if you didn't know, now you know.